Jaylon, given the way you guys closed the gap, sent this one to overtime, just how do you evaluate this game?
I mean, at this point, it's repetitive. Same thing. We get down by a lot in the fourth quarter and we turn it on. So just got to figure that out.
What do you think happened in overtime with you guys not able to score?
It's part of the game. You're going to miss shots. Me personally, missing 2 transition ones and the one out the short roll. It's got to be better.
You talked about it's kind of becoming repetitive. Is this something you guys talk about just having to fix?
Yeah, I mean, we know it. It's been a problem for a while now, not just this year. So, got another opportunity in a couple of days.
How do you go about fixing that problem?
I don't know, we just come together as a team, stick together. Obviously, we got some adversity hitting right now, so just stick together and just keep pushing, getting better.
Is there a concern that it's become a bad habit of your guys to try and turn it on in one quarter?
No, I mean, I really can't answer that question, I don't know. We just got to learn to be better.
What area of tonight's game do you feel like you need to improve on the most?
I got to go back and look at it. There's a lot that happened. We're just trying to dissect the loss right now.
I know there's a lot going on with you right now, but with DG playing through what he's playing through right now and clearly being there for everybody on the bench and being a leader, just what does it mean to you as a teammate?
I mean, it's an all-star. It's our point guard. It's our guy. So I'm going to ride or die with him, and, I love him to death, and I appreciate everything he's done for me and his team. So we're going to keep rocking with him, obviously.
You didn't finish it, but how do you feel like the comeback started for you guys?
Strung together stops, controlled the glass, and made easier plays, got easy buckets on the offense end. I think that's the defense turned into offense, and that's when we're at our best.
Kenny talked about wanting to go to the small ball lineup a little bit. How reliable is Dean Wade in those situations, being able to guard his yard but also switch 1 through 5?
Dean means the world to this team. He's a versatile defender, shoot the ball. He's a really good player, and be able to switch 1 through 5 is very key for us and our success down the road.
Darius, given the way that you guys were able to close out regulation, send it to overtime, but come up short, how do you evaluate it?
Played hard for a quarter, brought some energy for a quarter, and lost the ball game.
What aspect of the game plan or of this game do you feel like you guys could have executed better?
Rebounding the ball, talking on defense a little bit more, but definitely rebounding the ball. Everybody got to come rebound and come help our bigs.
You guys obviously had the talent. You guys have talked about that, but in talking to Jaylon too, there's something more the team needs to tap into. What can take you guys over to the next hump?
Paying attention to details. Like I said, communicating a little bit more. Making it easier on ourselves on both sides of the ball. And just playing our brand of basketball.
You mentioned the fourth quarter, bringing the energy. What can you do to make sure that happens for all 4 quarters and not just one?
Be ready to play for 48 minutes.
Darius, last season you talked about we as the media or as the public didn't know what you were going through. Can you explain what you're dealing with?
I've answered all the questions about my toe. I'm not even going to answer any more about my toe. I'm out there playing. I'm out there for my teammates, trying to win basketball games.
Why do you think this team has struggled to do it for 48 minutes?
I think we're really trying to just find ourselves, trying to find our identity again. A lot of people going in and out, lineups, a lot of different lineups. So just trying to get everybody back together under one accord. I think that's going to help us a lot.
At what point is it concerning that you guys haven't found that identity?
What's concerning?
At what point does it become concerning that you haven't found that identity?
Really when everybody's back and we're still going through the same stuff. But, I mean, it's still no excuse. The guys out there are more than capable of winning basketball games and really competing at a high level, so there's no excuses for that. Just got to find the energy and the competition, the spirit all over again.
It did seem like you were hobbled at the end of the game. Was that your ankle or was that your toe?
That was my toe.
Why is it so important to you to be there for your teammates, though? Like, you're going through that, you're giving them high fives on the bench, getting everybody riled up and ready to go and leading.
Why is it important?
Yeah, why is it so important for you to be there for your teammates, stuff? Like, you're fighting through that stuff, man.
I get paid a lot of money to do that, first and foremost. And I love it. I love basketball. I love being out there with my teammates, enjoying their success. And just getting that energy back is what we really need, even from the fans. Like, I know it's not a lot to cheer for right now, but like, we need the fans in it. That gets us going. And then, so when the fans not in it, the bench has to be into it. So Larry did a really good job, and Thomas on the bench today, literally doing everything they can, just trying to get some energy in the arena, standing up, screaming from the other side of the floor, and really trying to find that energy, and that's what we really need.
You hearing the boos?
No, not yet. You
How?
heard some?
Yeah, today and the other night.
You had a season high in points today. Where do you feel like your game is right now?
It's getting there. It's getting there. Slowly but surely.
How hard is it, but important is it, to stay positive while you guys are still trying to find that identity through this?
I think this entire locker room is positive. Even the coaching staff. I mean, everybody's positive. We know what we're capable of. We know what we have in this locker room. And we just have to find it. It's not on them and there. It's really just on this 15 in this locker room, what we want to do, what we want to really achieve. And how do we get out this funk? Because everybody goes through adversity. So we went through it last year in the playoffs. So let's go through it now and try to figure it out so we can take those steps into the right direction where we really want to be at later on in the season.
Can you talk about the small ball lineup and being able to go to that, especially with Evan being out and Jared Allen getting back into his own self? How important is Dean being able to guard 1 through 5, but also just being out there for you guys in that capacity?
Yeah, he means a lot to this team. Just him switching 1 through 5, he can guard every position. He's out there battling every position. And then he can shoot the heck out of the ball, which spaces the floor for a lot of driving angles for all of us. And pick and pop there. I mean, he's a good fit for this team, and we really need him out there on the floor for us. Being confident.
Given the way that you guys closed the gap and sent this game to OT, but couldn't ultimately get over the hump, how do you evaluate it?
I had one of those nights on a situation where I'm not allowed to have one of those nights. I feel like if I play better, we win that game. I don't want to put that on anything else. Put this one on me. We competed, we fought, but I played poorly on both ends of the floor, and that's what happens.
To be fair, though, this is a team game. Yeah. That's a lot to put on yourself.
I understand, but if I just am half of myself tonight, we win. So that's on me, and I know my teammates won't say that, but I will, and yeah.
What's the biggest area that you see, though, as a team that you wish you guys could have played better?
I mean, rebounding. I think they had 2 guys with double digits. I don't think we had 1. Even though our fight is there, we still got to get it. Like, I'm losing the ball. You know what I mean? Like, we got to finish possessions. It hurts when you do something really well, and then, the ball goes between your legs, so they're the first to the floor. Like I said, our process, is solid. It's just we can't go 75% or 98% there. We got to be the full 100, and yeah.
Seeing what DG's going through right now, turns his ankle, hurts his toe, all that stuff, gets to the bench, and he's riling everybody up, getting the energy up. Just what does it mean to you as a teammate for him to, one, be going through that stuff, but also to be bringing that energy too?
Yeah, I mean, that's who he is. That's who he is to us, and we know he's tough. We know he's fighting through a lot, but for him to continue to put the team first that's what we need, and I'm glad he had his best performance, and he's going to get better and better for us, and yeah.
You've talked throughout the course of this season about the regular season being about trying to build positive habits, championship habits. Is there a level of concern that a bad habit is starting to build with you guys going down and trying to turn it on in the fourth quarter?
It's upsetting. It's stuff that we can control.
I'm not going to say concern, because like I said, you're there 75% of the time or 85%, but then that little 15%, it changes. And then we're also not making shots, which sometimes affects our defense, which isn't great. I'm not going to use the word concern, as like I told y'all before, but it's upsetting, and that's a team thing. But with regards to tonight, like I said, I put tonight on myself, or today, whatever you want to call it, on both ends of the floor, and I'll be better for the group.
How do you get to that full percentage?
A relentless mental push. Like I said, we get the stop, ball's in the air, I have the ball in my hand, I have to grab it. Right? Like Brandon Miller's coming down the lane, instead of reaching, take a charge. Right? Con Knubel's gone left 3 times in a row, I open my feet, he goes left, knocks down a jump shot. Like, play great defense, and then at the end, or I'm out of position, late clock, and I foul. Right? Like, we're 98% there, and then those 2%, like, it changes everything. So those are situations that we can control, and that's what makes it hurt, is because it's not like, things we can't do as a group.
Can you talk about needing to go to the small ball lineup without Evan Mobley and obviously Jarrett getting reactivated to the offense, but having a player like Dean Wade who's able to play those 5 minutes, able to guard any position on the floor, what does that mean to you guys?
I mean, he's invaluable. I think he's consistent every day with what he does, and even when the shots necessarily aren't falling for him, he's continuously finding a way to get in there, rebound, guard. Like, he's even tonight offensively, like, making plays at the end of the game. He got fouled on his dunk, like, just trying to find anything possible, pick and pop 3 when the 5's guarding him. Being able to be versatile is his specialty, and he brings that for us every night.
You've talked this season about learning through adversity. What have you learned about this team through games like this?
You won't learn until the next game, right? Like, when we watch our film, I think we're always going to fight. I think that we've shown that we're never going to just lay down and quit. But now, how do we respond against Chicago? And then I'll have your answer.
Generally speaking, how do you feel like this group has handled the adversity that you faced this year?
I mean, it's a lot. It's a lot. And, some of it, majority of it is on us, but some of it is injuries. And for us, we are choosing, as we should, not to use the injuries as an excuse, because it's not. We've had our young guys who've been phenomenal. Us as vets have to be more consistent as a whole on both ends of the floor. And you rather these lumps now, like I said, Chris, you'd rather all this stuff happen. No one's feeling sorry for us. I wouldn't feel sorry for us, right? So the only way we get out of this is, us doing that as a group together. And I know it's cloudy, and I know it's dark, and I know we're getting booed, and we deserve it. We deserve it. Our play hasn't been stellar, but as long as we continue to stay together in this locker room, we'll be all right.
So you have heard the boos?
Of course. But I was a fan once. I'd boo us too. We're not playing well. The city deserves better than what we've been given, and we got to go out there and figure it out. I mean, if we want to be who we want to be, but we got to go out there and figure it out as a collective.
Donovan, when you talk about a player like Jaylon Tyson, who's been in the starting lineup for a majority of the season because of those injuries, then gets put on the bench to try something new and still grabs 13 rebounds.
He had 13 rebounds. He did have 13 rebounds.
Double. Just the maturity of a player in his second year to be able to do something like that.
We're throwing a lot at him too, man. Like, there's so much, and there's an expectation on him, right? Which is a good thing. And I think for him, and I pulled him to the side during one of the free throws, I said, look, you could mess up, 1,000 more times, but he does it with aggression. He does it with the right intention, right? He's trying to make the game easier for everybody. And that's where you see him getting rewarded with a lot of his good play, right? Like, he's selfless. And being able to come off the bench, there's no ego with him. Doesn't think he deserves anything. He continues to go out there and work for it and improve himself. And if he continues to do that, he'll make a lot of money, and he'll have a pivotal role for us, like we've seen. And he's been the consistent every night.
Last question.
Darius just spoke about the struggle of finding an identity. How does this team find an identity when you've had over 13 different starting lineups as of 2 weeks ago?
I mean, it's a consistent mental push, right? I think if we say we want to be a defensive team, and we're not bottom of the league, right? We're still top 10, top whatever it is, but which is a luxury. Like, to be able to be not great and still be top 10 is something, and that just shows the talent we have in the room. But we have to, like I said, it's completing the 100% of a possession, right? It's being able to score and then not give up a three right back in transition, getting offensive rebounds, not getting blown by, helping the helper. It's all the things that we have to do as a collective, and we just have it on a consistent basis, and that's why our record reflects that. And like I said, we just stick together in this locker room. We'll be all right.